to you. And let me know when you see my screen. Are you able to see?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So yesterday, guys, you have any doubt for yesterday class? Anyone? You have practiced or not? Abhishek or Viru, you have practiced?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, so today we are going to discuss for the further like measure creation into Power BI. Okay, so first go to in first page. This is the second page. Okay, so first we have to follow this condition, like we need total visitor, and total visitor we have already done by the measure. Okay, so this one is completed, and now we have to complete this one by one, that total origin country, total destination country, highest age of visitor. Like this we have to make a measure. On this basis of DEX measure we have to calculate, so that we can make our Power BI report on the basis of this. Okay, so here is a key measure table, and click on this three arrow, go to this new measure, and here I want to calculate total origin country. Okay, so origin country means in which table we have to go. Number of, tell me in which table we want to go, because origin country mention in which table or which column. Then only we can refer the function now. So number of
So
origin
we
country.
can go for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have both, right? Dimension also, fact also.
Yeah, so we have calculate this from dim table also as well as fact table also. But if you calculate via dim, then you can use only count function or
Count.
distinct count. Right, count
Count.
function. Okay, and when you calculate from fact table, then you have to use distinct count function.
Distinct.
Okay, why count and why distinct count?
I mean, in the fact we have a repeated values, but in the dimension we don't have a repeated values.
Right, in the origin value we don't have any repeated value, only unique value. So if you make the function count and distinct count, both are the same value. But if you calculate count or distinct count into fact table, it means total transaction table, then you get a difference value. So that is the reason. So first I want to calculate via distinct count. So you can just write it and press tab and see what is asking. Counts the number of distinct value in a column. Okay, so count the number of distinct, matlab you means to calculate only unique value of the column. So you have to select particular column, particular table, and then column. So table is fact total. So this is the fact total. Under this you have to calculate from origin country. This is the table name and this is the column name. Select this origin country and close the bracket. So you will get an answer of this number of origin country, and click any card chart here. Go to this number of origin entry. So total number of 7 origin entries in our data. Total number of origin is 7. Okay. Just a minute, guys. Okay. Just a minute. One of also joining yet. Okay. So this is number of origin country. Same way we have to calculate the total of destination country. Okay. So we have to use same function. Just go to this. Just Control A and Control C. Just copy and create new measure again. Click on this new measure. Click this new measure, okay, and press here Control V. So here you can change the name of destination country only. Destination country, and here you can also change the column name. Fact of destination. This value give you the unique number of destination country in our data. See, click on this card chart. So total number of destination country in our data is 20. Okay, so total yesterday we created in page 8 total visitor of 525. What is this actually?
That is year wise.
Okay, yeah, it's only year wise, right? Okay, so its year wise is 66,535, and I have to just copy this into two table. So total data for visitor we have total 66,535,000. Okay, 535, and you can just format this, go to this format and just paste it so that it is now line by line. Visitor, origin and destination. Now you have to calculate highest age, minimum age and average age of the visitor for your data. So go to this three dot again, click on new measure. So what is the function of highest? If you need to calculate any highest value from the column, then what is the function we use in Excel? In Excel, we are using max function. Same here, also you use max function, like highest age of visitor, go to down, max function, and you can use the column name or scalar name. And it does see what is the concept here. Returns the largest numerical value or largest string value in a column. Numerical means you have to calculate either numerical value, or string value means any text value which has a large number of times, and the large value between two scalar, as well as you have to calculate two columns also. But right now we have only one column, age column. So age column you have two table, them visitor also or them hotel also. You can go anywhere. So I'm going to fact total. Okay, this is the fact total and this is the age column. You can just enter. So this is your highest age of the visitor. And just click another measure. Here you want to calculate as minimum age. So instead of maximum, you put minimum function. Minimum, then just enter. Okay, you have to change the heading also. Minimum age of the visitor. So this is highest and minimum, and the last one is average. So average, you have to use only average function. And see, in this average, we have a three average function. One is average X. See, if you click on this average, so we have average A, average X. So you are going to use only average. Why are we using average only? Because you have to only count average in just particular one column only. And if you need to count average for two column or three column or four column together, then you use average X column. Okay, so right now we have to use only average function. So this is the average age of the visitor. And click on any card chart, average, another card, just drag and drop. It's the highest and here is the minimum. Click this, select any card chart. So this is the highest age is 59, minimum and average. And now I'm going to show you one table. In this table, suppose go to destination country. So total we have 20 destination country and total visitor. This is we have total visitor wise data. Okay, for each country wise. But if I want to calculate only Denmark country visitor, only Denmark. Okay, so only Denmark, here is a calculation. When I select this, there is a calculation of 3375. But if I want to singular number in chart only. So how to calculate the Denmark number of total visitor? This is something advanced we have to calculate. Click new measure. That is why explicit measure is reusable. So these all are the explicit measure. And what is implicit, I will tell you in just another minute. So first we have to calculate the Denmark visitor. Denmark visitor, you have to calculate your visitor first and then filter it out on the basis of destination country. So I can write it here, command calculate visitor first and second you have to filter it out on the basis of destination country. Okay, so these two things you have to do with your function. So how to do? You have to use calculate function. Calculate and filter function both are the very important for our database. Okay, so calculate function, expression. Expression means you have to count your total visitor. So for total visitor, we have already count total visitor, this one. So you can just treat your visitor function or visitor measure, and then you have to filter it. See, the next function is evaluate an expression in context, modify the filter. Means you have to modify this visitor on the basis of multiple filter. So right now we are using filter on the basis of, see, first here option is selection as table. Table means you need to select particular table, that in which table you have to filter it out. So destination table, you have to filter it out. So select destination table only. This one, dim destination country is a table. Under this table, you have to use only destination country column. So click this destination country. This is the column, and then you have to choose. You have to select or you have to write for which destination country you need data. Like here, I want only Denmark. So you have to spell here or write it here, Denmark under double quotes, and then close the bracket. First bracket is for this filter function and second bracket is for this calculate function, and move down into down, and then you can see the answer is 3375 in our particular function. Click outside, select this. See, answer is 3375. If I select anything like Germany, this changes, but this is not changed because this value is blank. Why? Because I have select only Germany, and Germany, this balance is nothing, so 0. That is why it's showing as blank, but you have another option. Like instead of blank, okay, if I go to again this, you can filter it out and write out one other function. If this, if I select any other country, then this should not be blank. Okay, this should be what I say, nil. This should be nil. You can write it as nil. So you have to put it one condition here in this calculate. Click if logical test. Logical test means if this value okay, let me check. If this value is select, then result if true, nothing, and result if false, result if true, the value this one. No, I think no. If this is not usable into this condition, this is another condition for another one filter. Let me check. Go to down here. Calculate total visitor, yes. Syntax of correct. Click on this Denmark. Now its value. Okay, so this, see, in the card function we cannot use the if condition, but if you have using the like chart table or any column chart table, then you can use the filter it function. Like I will tell you, go to this date table, this one, not date table, go to age table. This is the visitor age. If I select this, customer ID dash country destination. Origin country, destination, fact total. Here we have a 8 column, this one. Okay, so you have to add one column here that in the hotel reservation project we have one condition of like Jenks. There is a 4 condition we have for data wise. So we have to use the if condition there. See in the page sheet dictionary. Here is a condition for which at age group 5 to 25, we need as a gens 26 to 40 millennials, 41 to 50 gens, and 51 to 60 boomers. So we have to follow this condition. Click this into border. So this condition we have to follow into our data. So go to your Power BI screen here, and you have to add another column like new column. And here you have to use the visitor. And you have to write the condition here that what condition you have. 25. Last start with highest. Start with always highest. So 51 to 60 is boomers. It means if logical test. So logical test means under this fact table of your age column, fact table of age column is greater than or equal to 51. Okay, so then we need result as boomers. Otherwise nothing. Otherwise we need a next condition. We have to follow next condition is 41 to 50. So then go to next line. If again logical text the same, that fact of this age greater than or equal to 41, then we need the value as gens. So you have to write it here as gens. Now result true false. Go to again next line, because we have 4 conditions, so we should follow 4 conditions like 26 to 40. So next is under this fact table of age column. Okay, and you have to use greater than or equal to 26, because third condition is for 26 to 40. It means equal or greater than 26, then value will be millennials. So you have to put it here as millennials. And this condition will given you by a company, not is it's understand by you directly. This condition is given by company only. So this is age last one, and see under this last one, age is 5 to 25, we have gens. It means you have to put it large condition here. You have to use less than or equal to 25, and you have to put it the last like gens, and you have to close the bracket, because right now your condition is follow. So first bracket is for first, second, third, and fourth bracket, because you are using 4 times if condition. Okay, and when I put enter, your this column will be suitable as per this condition. See age group visitor we have. Okay, see millennials, gens, boomers, gens, and gens. But first I want to ask you, this condition is right or wrong as per Excel? Not as per this Excel, not as per this Excel, as per only function related to Excel. If you are using in Excel earlier, then you have a little bit knowledge about Excel. If this condition is correct or not? Something is different, I think. Tell me, anyone? Saloni, you have Piru, Abhishek, any? This condition is correct or not? Because if we take this condition into Excel, it does not work. Only here it is work in Power BI only. Because see, if I write it here, greater than is equal to 51, then it's boomers. But if I write it here as greater than equal to 41, it means this value is also included here. So why it is taking as gens? It also taking as gens and boomers also. Right or wrong? Anyone? See why it is right?
Yeah.
Because Power BI first condition follow for all the rows, then disable this condition. Then follow second condition, then follow all the rows, and then disable this condition. Then third, follow this condition for all the rows, and then disable this condition. And then last, they can follow this condition. So Power BI disable one by one condition. Okay, it means suppose if you put one condition, then Power BI run only one condition for all the rows. Then go to second condition, then for all the rows, then third condition, then for all the rows, and then fourth for all the rows. If you have fifth, sixth, seventh, and 10th, you have to use always with the largest to lowest. Largest to lowest. Any age, demographics, okay, or any aging file. Aging file means suppose if you are working into accounts profile, okay, and you have a data of debtor and creditor or loan repayments, there is a multiple data. So in the debtor and creditor, you have to calculate your aging in the DAX function. But if you calculate your aging like less than or equal to in a same function, then it is not correct. In DAX, you have to use only one condition, whether less than or whether greater than. But if in Excel, you can use both condition in the one row only. Okay, so there is a difference between in Excel and DAX, that any aging file for write it here as debtor or creditor also. So this function should be same for all these conditions. And this is the comment written so that you can classify this condition for every task, for every project. Okay, any doubt? Anyone?
No.
Okay. So now this is the first condition we have, and then go to your main screen, visualization screen, and then we have to use some of the visualization. Make some starting of the page. So go to third page and see, this is your visualization page. So you have to format also, because if you make any dashboard, you have to format your page visualization also. So go to this modeling tab or view tab, sorry, a view tab, and there is a condition of your themes, in which theme you have to choose. Suppose if I choose this theme, and after that you can change also. See, there is an option here, customize current theme. You can change also this theme if you want. See, name and colors. It is name and colors, and you can change your theme also. And how to change your theme? Go to Google. Let me open in front of you. See, here is a data color. Suppose if you want to use this theme for your data, then you can use this number. This is the number of the color. Okay, and you can change here. Go to here and then select this number. So theme will automatically change, and then apply. The color is automatically changed. If you need to change any theme, you can directly go to Google and select whichever theme you want. And there is a lot of theme, not only this 5 to 10, and there are thousands of themes. You have to just only analyze. See, this is just for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if you analyze, there is a lot of theme you have. Like this theme is looking like this. Okay, this theme looking like this. So you have to change your theme if you want. Right now I'm not changing anything. Okay, and then here in, see, if you select this page, this is the option of page formatting. Okay, like page information, like page name. If you are in page 3, if you need to change the page name, so you can change dashboard. Okay, tooltip and question and answer, I will let you know, because this is not important right now. This is something advanced, so I will tell you later. Page size. See, page size is important because every every developer who are working in office, generally they are using 16:9 size. Okay, generally. 99% people are using 16:9 because it is default size. And go to this page view, they are using always this fit to page because this page will be fit into one screen only. That is why they are using fit to page. But you have an option fit to with actual size of 100%. You can use this also, but I always suggest you to fit to page only, because if you select fit to page, and suppose if you make 4 to 5 page dashboard, 4 to 5 page reports, then you can easily print out that report into your PDF chart. Okay, because if I click on this file, save as, this is the file name, and first you have to save it. Okay, after that, and how to print out your file, let me show you. This is the home tab, and suppose when you make your visualization, go to this publish page and see here I have already multiple tasks. So right now I using my workspace, and then select, and this is web place where I publish my file. Okay, publishing, and now it's publishing. It will take 1 or 2 minutes, not more than that. See, success. Okay, now open the Google. Here is the option of app. Go to here, Power BI service. I think it is not working now. Just a minute. I think there is some error. I will show you later, maybe signing issue. Okay, I will show you later that if you publish any file into Power BI service, okay, then from here you have to publish. And right now maybe some issue with my Power BI service access. I will check. So this is the dashboard issue. So you can change always your page size 16:9. If you want to change, go to this. There is a menu option. You can change custom also, and you have to change your width and height from here. But right now I select only 16:9. Page background you can choose, like go to this color,
Harsha,
Yes,
can you share the screen, right? It's not visible.
my screen is not visible. Let me
Yeah,
share.
it's not visible.
Now it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So here you have to change the color also. If you want to change the color of page, which color? Like green color if you want. Okay, and here you have to choose the transparency. Right now I don't need any transparency, so you can 0 so that it is fully green. And you can add also image if you want to have any image into your desktop, or you can download it from Google, and then you can add also your image as well. And now you have to make your heading of the project. So this project is for hotel reservation project. Hotel reservation project, and 2010 to 2019. It's for 10 years project. So you can select all this, change the size or color, font, Times New Roman. Size always select 24 or 28, not more than that. For heading, bold. Color you can select white. On the dark screen you can choose color white. Background off, border and shadow on. Go to this border, select the line, green line, not black. Okay, so like this, hotel reservation project, your heading is suitable. And now for this, in this data we need total visitor, origin country and destination country. So here you have to just click your first card chart. This is your card chart. Select here total visitor. Okay, so this is 67 almost. Go to this data label. This is the, see, if you select page, then this formatting is for page. And if you select any visualization, then this formatting for this visualization only. Okay, so you have to select, if you need to change any formatting of the visualization or chart, then you can select those visualization, then only you can do. Go to this data label, select white. Okay, display, select none value so that it is complete. Here also background of, category of, I don't want this category. And here is the option here, title. You can switch on the title, write it here as total visitor. Okay, total visitor, and change the font color like white. Change the alignment if you need, otherwise you can use this. Make 14 total visitor. Go to down, border and shadow, select border, change the color of the border like green. So this is your total visitor, and just copy this and just paste it again. Why I am pasting? Because don't need to formatting again and again. Just change the heading and select the another function like number of, select this, go to this field. This is the field tab, and number of destination. So it is automatic change. Only you have to change the heading. So go to directly title, and heading you can change as per suitable. That number of destination. Same way, just copy and just paste it. Here you can use, instead of number of destination, number of origin country. Only change this. Go to title. So it will save your timing also. Number of origin country. Like this, you have to make the changes. And now I want to discuss like one tabular presentation. In the right side, under this table, this is the table, matrix table we want to use. Go to this origin country, 7, total visitor, it's 66. Okay, select this dates table. Here you can select the year in the column. See, one by one we have a year wise, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Go to this raw data, total visitor year. Go to this year and unselect this blank because I don't want this blank value in the data. So this is your complete data of year wise of origin country. Like same, copy this and paste. Select down. Instead of origin, you can change the destination. Now it's your destination table. This one is your origin table. So these both table you have. So you get only remaining, your formatting is remaining only for these two tables. And we have one more. This is the large number of most visited country. We want to calculate most visited country in our data. It is a very first step for our data that we have to evaluate some most visited country. So go to this destination